Hi, my name is Noah with Photoclam International, and I am going to explain to you how to disassemble and reassemble your Photoclam ball head mount. Now, if for some reason you have damage on your ball head mount, you can take it apart. You can also take a picture of the serial number on the bottom of the mount, send a picture of the damaged part to Photoclam, and they can send you a replacement part. All of the parts are made in Korea. Photoclam makes all of their own parts. None of it is imported. So, this will help you save money instead of having to buy a brand new ball head mount. So, some tools that you need before we disassemble this are some Allen wrenches to take apart the bolts. They are hex bolts. A razor blade or something similar to pop out one of the plastic pieces. If you have a ratchet with the Allen wrench bit, it will make things easier, but if you don't, a regular Allen wrench would be okay. So the first part you want to take off is this main bolt at the top. So you can take the Allen wrench, put it in there, and turn it counterclockwise to the left until it is all the way out. If you have a hard time taking it out, what you can do is take your ball head mount, put it down like this so that it is flush with the table, and then put it over the edge of the table and apply force that way so it is easier to do. Otherwise, you can just unassemble it or unscrew it this way, turning it to the left. When you have the bolt, you can set it aside. Also, it is very important to note you don't want to apply too much force, or you don't want to use a smaller wrench because that can cause the screw to become damaged, and then you'd have to get a new screw. So once you have this out, you put it off to the side so you don't lose it, and then you can take off the plate. When we put the plate back on, we have to put it on the correct way. There is a small line on the mount, and that lines up perfectly with the line that is created by the plate. You need to make sure those two lines match up before using it. If you put it on the other way, it won't work. So make sure when we put it back together, it goes on the right way. So after you have this separated from the mount, you turn it over and you take a smaller Allen wrench. There will be a bolt here, so you unscrew that bolt and you set that off to the side, and then you are ready to disassemble this plate and the knob. For this part, you will need a razor blade, and you will have to put it into the plastic handle here to pop it out, like so. So you have a plastic bit right here, and you put that off to the side. Inside the knob, there is another hex bolt where you will need the Allen wrench again. So you simply do that, and you unscrew. You turn counterclockwise to the left, all the way. If you unscrew the knob to open up the plate, it will make it a little easier. Until you can separate the knob, the end plate, and the main plate. Inside the main plate, there are two springs. So there are our three main parts: the knob, the end plate, and the main plate. Okay, so now we have our mount disassembled, and now we are going to reassemble it. We simply reverse the process that we used to disassemble it. So we take the springs, we put them back in their holes. We take this end plate, slide it into place, and then we take our knob. The important thing about the knob is that the bolt needs to be screwed in all the way before we connect it to the rest of the plate. So we take our Allen wrench and we just screw it in all the way. If we do not do this, then it will not work properly. So you want to make sure the bolt is down all the way. Then, once that's in, we can put it into place. And we use the bolt or the wrench to screw in our bolt. Now, if you have a custom plate or a different size plate, you can slide your plate into the mount, and you can use the wrench to screw the plate all the way until it fits. But for most users, if you do not have a special plate, if you have the standard average quick shoe plate, you just take the wrench and you screw it all the way down. Use the wrench, do not use the thumb screw part, use a wrench to do this. You would go all the way down. All the way down. Nice and tight, not too loose. And then you can make sure that it goes all the way closed, that there's no space right there. And then we're ready to finish putting our bolts back in. We put our little bolt to the back. We can put the plastic piece back into the knob. It just pops right in. Okay. And then we are ready to attach it back to the rest of the ball head mount. Now earlier we mentioned that there is a line on the base of the mount right here. That needs to line up with the line that is created on this plate. If you put it the wrong way, it will not work. So we need to make sure that the line on our plate lines up with the line on the mount. And then once that is set up, we can put our bolt back into place and use the Allen wrench. And there we go. We have reassembled our ball head mount.